Josh Levesque here with the writer, director, and star of one of my favorite movies of the year, one of the most talked about horror movies in ages, Obsession, Curry Barker. Michael Johnston, thank you so much for taking the time today.
Thank you. Of course, thanks.
So this movie scared the hell out of me. I'm sure you haven't. I'm sure you've heard that from plenty of people already.
No, never. No one said that.
Absolutely incredible work. I do want to say, when I heard the idea, it is somewhat of a basic premise that we've seen before. Obviously, the monkey's paw, wish gone wrong. But as the writer, how did you? Because you executed in a completely unexpected way with some really crazy, creepy stuff. Did you start with that premise, or did you build a story around another idea?
Well, I had this idea of like two people that really loved each other for a while, like an obsession over two people, like a man and a woman, like that were just obsessed with each other. But it didn't really work because there wasn't like a story. There wasn't like there was no conflict. And so when I kind of cracked the idea of like being a wish, it all kind of started flooding out of me. Like, oh my gosh! Honestly, I was so shocked that an idea like this hadn't been fully realized. I mean, I was so surprised at the amount of times that we have seen I wish for this person to love me, and they never went there.
Yeah.
Ever. Like whether it's the Fairly Odd Parents episode where Trixie falls in love with whatever Timmy Turner or whatever. I'm sure there's other examples of this exact premise, but none of them like really had the guts to go as far as this concept goes, because when you're dealing with love that is unearned, there's a lot of like pretty crazy
consent issues.
Just issues in general, right? So it was exciting. I mean, it just started kind of pouring out of me. I was shocked at how much hadn't been done.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, it reminded me of a Tales from the Crypt episode that I love, but again, still didn't go that hard, but had a very weird ending. And this one, I think, nailed the ending. I thought the ending was perfect. And that's, as a writer, I'm always thinking, how are they going to stick the landing on something like this? And I think you guys absolutely did it. Were there any other endings you shot or any other ideas?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'll let you take the lead.
Well, the
spoilers.
Yeah,
I'll save this for after the movie comes out. I won't post this until like a week after release.
Okay.
I'll let people know there's a spoiler for sure.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, because we when we actually shot this, like we
literally,
and it was actually the thing that we whenever he dies in her arms, she like pulls out the gun and she puts it in her mouth and she like wakes up. We had her put the gun in her mouth, wake up, realize like
what happened,
be like regular Nikki again, like looking around, realizing what happened, and then she says fuck this and she does it anyway.
Oh wow.
Because of how traumatized she just was.
It
and
was practical with the
splatter, and it was real. Yeah, we had real blood. Not real blood, but like we had a real practical splatter and everything. And we did one take where I said, okay, look, this one, let's do a version where you survive and see what that reaction would be. And she did so crazy with her reaction that I was like, oh damn it, that's really crazy. And then I was like the thought of like, now what, you know what I mean? Like it's way worse. Like it's almost the easy way out to just like end it all. To see her like she's gonna go to jail,
she's gonna be implicated for this, like
so that to me that was even more brutal, so I wanted to do that.
Nice. Well, no, I thought it was phenomenal, but hopefully we get to see something else maybe on the special features when the home release comes out.
Maybe.
Now, I want to talk about your performance because it is remarkable. Obviously, this movie is carried by some really strong performances. Your reactions are so authentic to all the crazy shit that is happening to you. Do you have any like special tips or tricks, or did he give you anything like going in to put you in that zone, or is that just did Indy take you by surprise and so they were authentic?
Yeah, great question. I would say Indy and I really, we shot the movie out of sequential order, of course, like most movies, and we really got to play and try a lot of different things, and I would say that Indy's character, Nikki, really represents the horror on the screen. Whereas my character, in his arc and seeing the film through his perspective represents the theme of just morals in general. Yeah. So like I'm carrying the moral weight, and Indy is carrying the trauma of it all. So I don't know. For me, I'm sitting there and genuinely reacting to her incredible performance.
But it's so true that like his reactions make it, because the audience is only ever as scared as the people in the movie are. So when the characters are scared, the audience tends to get more scared, and so
I'm just trying to pretend like it's real. I was just trying to pretend like it was real.
Wow.
I'm just trying to
like
tell myself.
Yeah,
literally, I'm not trying to
I
didn't reinvent the wheel. I was just trying to be as present as possible, because a lot of times I didn't know exactly what she was going to be doing. I knew the gist, but there were times where there were a few little surprises, and I appreciated that, and I encouraged it, and I was down for whatever.
Like it sounds like a joke, but the best acting advice ever is pretend like it's real. I'm serious. Because no, it's like just pretend like it's real. Just do. Literally, when you see a 4-year-old that's playing pretend, that shit's real to him.
Yeah.
Like those 4-year-olds go places. Kids have such a big imagination. Like if you could take yourself back to when you were a kid and you had like a wooden sword and you're playing sword fight with your brother outside, it's like, I mean, like kind of like specific to me, but like that's all acting really is, right? It's like pretending.
Well, what I can say is if there's a moment where I'm kind of struggling in a scene, especially during this film, just for whatever reason, like it could be just I'm just not quite feeling it, or maybe I'm a little iffy on my lines that day, or whatever, or the blocking feels different than what we discussed, I will always just think, if this is real right now, what is the biggest emotion that I am trying to like hide or to avoid? Not try to be scared or to be something, but what am I trying to hide? Because that just brings up layers of stuff.
That's great.
And there's kind of looking around at the environment too. Like where am I right now? Like if I'm having something going on in my head and I'm distracted, just take in the environment, because our sets were incredible.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the whole environment is very immersive. Feeling in the house, being in the store and all that, definitely added a layer to it.
Yeah.
You also talked about like morals and the gray area of consent when it comes to this wish. I loved how this movie addresses like the friend zone and male entitlement, but I also really loved how it touched on toxic male friendships. Can you kind of discuss the dynamic between Bear and Ian?
Yeah. I wanted every character in this movie to have a perspective. I think it's really interesting that Sarah has this perspective of like you're letting Nikki take advantage of you, and Ian has this perspective of you're taking advantage of Nikki, and so everyone in the friend group has a different idea of what's going on,
and his agenda with Nikki as well, right?
Yeah. Everyone has an agenda. Yep. Sarah has an agenda with you. But I wanted to capture like the realness of a bro that someone might have that's always like kind of advocating for you and being your wingman, but at the same time is like totally like hiding the truth of what's actually going on. And I don't know, I wanted to be relatable.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, I got 1 minute left, so I got a couple of quick ones. I just want to say the editing in this movie was phenomenal as well. The very, very underappreciated aspect of a strong horror film, I think, is the editing. Did it play out exactly how you pictured it when you were writing and making it, or did you find any surprises while editing?
I mean, the movie was shot not how I imagined it, really. I mean, so many things changed when we shot it. So naturally, so many things changed when I edited it. But there were certain things that were stuck in place no matter what, because it was all one shot. You know, like something that I kind of learned with these guys was like pacing, like something that I had to like kind of learn as a director. Like when you want to do these long takes, you have to really make sure that the pacing is right on the day, because if it's not, then like you've got nothing to cut to. Like that's the scene, right? So there would be times where we would do it and it was a little too fast, and then we do it again and like more beats, and then it was way too slow. And it's like sometimes you're watching it on like in Video Village and you're like, this is great, but then when you go back, a month and a half later and you're editing, you're like, this is a little too slow. And but it's hard to know that on the day sometimes. You know what I mean?
I just love that he let us do these long scenes. It was kind of like theater sometimes.
Yeah.
It was such a great challenge.
I was thinking the same thing when I was watching it. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's my time. Thank you guys so much for letting me chat with you for a bit.
Sorry we didn't get to your
I had like 10 more questions for you too. I could stay here for hours, but it's fine. If I had one wish, I would ask for another hour here. But Obsession in theaters May 15th. I am telling you guys, you are not ready for this film. Curry Barker, Michael Johnston, thanks again.
Thank you.
Congrats on everything.
Thanks so much.
Can't wait to see what you do next. And now you're both in the Texas Chainsaw family.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Because you did a voice, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Really?
No, I'm in the game.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, I played Danny in the game. He's one of the victims.
What game?
It just came out a few years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah,
play
yeah.
the game.
Yeah, it's great. You
I
can
gotta
cut me
play
in
it.
half. I had to do all the different length of screams.
Oh, that's
It was great.
amazing.
It was
I would love to see that footage.
yeah.